Go back to the school system. Do you think that school systems have become soft nowadays? Because I heard somewhere it's like nowadays, even in school systems, if you do bad or if you fail, they kind of tell you, oh, you get an award for trying or being, attending or doing something. Do you think it's too soft?
I think it's two-sided. One, I think it's this idea of pandering to the weakest link.
Yeah.
Which society never panders to the weakest link. It always destroys the weakest link. So the weakest link, once it enters society, it becomes shocked at the fact that society does not accept it for its weakest form.
Yeah.
So on one side, you have the validation of the weakest individual. On the other side, you have this philosophy that doing something wrong or messing up is failure. What does it mean to fail? Right?
Yeah.
Implying to a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old that doesn't memorize the words that you want him to memorize or her to memorize, that they're a failure, scars the child from what? Making mistakes.
Yeah.
But life is full of making mistakes. So therefore, people do what? They stop trying out of fear of what? Making mistakes. So from the moment you're born, you're designed to not even try, because any moment you try, boom, hammer.
Yeah.
Failure. So the school system is not only from the pandering, but also from distorting what it means to experience life, which is that it's okay to mess up and that it's okay to fail and that it's okay to trip. But the school system does not allow that.
Now, do you think, because you were mentioning how there's like a lack of information and correct information, how rich people are born with better information than poor people. Do you think poor people are dumber than rich people?
They are more uneducated.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They have less access to information. Like I said before, you do not know what you do not know.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're exposed to what it means to make money online, for example.
Yeah.
Like if somebody went to your AdSense or they saw what was the potential, most people would not believe you.
Yeah.
But unless they saw it, then they would believe you. And even those that saw it, see it may be like, well, I can't do it.
I can't do it. It's unachievable.
It's unachievable for me, right? So you're dealing with so many preconceived notions as to how the world works and what reality is, that now you're in a situation where even if you give people the facts, they won't even see it. That's how far this indoctrination goes. And the school system has done such a good job at making people think that the only way to make money is the way that they say money's made.
Yeah.
And the problem is people buy into that. And once they retire, they realize that they were scammed because they retire and they have nothing to show for it.
That's it. They're broke. And moving on to it, we were saying like how rich people, you see like a lot of these big, like crazy rich families, they always inherit what the families had and
Correct.
build onto it. And me and Luke were just talking about this before the podcast. It's like, where less fortunate families, the father works a regular job and kind of forces the son like, oh, why are you not working? Go get a job. Instead of saying, hey, this is what we're doing and you build onto this business. You see, for example, all these rich families that have big family businesses, the sons take over that big business and they start learning and adding onto it and conquering that. But like you were saying, in like less fortunate families, the father has a job, the son has a new job. So every 20 years, they're resetting their wealth.
They're resetting their wealth. They're resetting their skill sets. They're resetting the life direction of the family. They don't work in unity. That's what I'm telling you. The school system isn't training people to work in units. Everybody's working individually, but then the people that run the game and that are writing your school curriculums, they're working in units.
Yeah.
So what they're literally telling you what not to do.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, don't do this. It's not good for you. And that's exactly what they're doing. And then they're telling you, do this. This is good for you. And that's what they're not doing. Do you think these motherfuckers wore masks when they were flying on private jets? Brother, get woke.